Krishna, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of Valentine's Day series. Valentine's Day is a special day dedicated for the expression of love. In this video, let's try and understand what exactly is love. Now, this applies not just for romantic love, it could be love between a parent and a child, between siblings, between friends, between a master and a servant, any type of love. In Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.6, it is said, Savai pumsam paro dharma yato bhaktir adokshaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. In the third line of this very important shloka, the two important necessary conditions, criteria for love is described. So, number one, love means ahaituki. It should be unmotivated, unconditional. Number two, apratihata. It should be unbreakable and uninterrupted. Now take a minute to just think about the various relationships in this world. Is there any relationship, any love that satisfies these two criteria? That it is totally unconditional and it is just not breakable? Not really. So now this leads to a question. So if it is not love, then what is it? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 4, shloka 164, Kama Prema Dohakara Vibhinna Lakshana Loha Ara Hemayeche Swarupe Vilakshana. Loha and Hema. Loha means iron, Hema means gold. Let's say your wife says, get me something for Valentine's Day. And in place of a golden necklace, you take her an iron necklace. Will she be very happy? Not at all. How about wearing an iron ring, finger ring instead of a golden ring? Not very beautiful. Let's say you want to drive a nail into the wall. And instead of an iron hammer, you have a golden hammer. Not very useful. So, what the iron does, the gold cannot, and what the gold does, the iron cannot. Similarly, it is said, Kama Prema Dohakara Vibhinna Lakshana. There are these two things, Kama, which is lust, which is related to the body, and Prema, which is love, which is at the level of the soul. And both of them are polar opposites. So, in this material world, what we are calling love, 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 it's not love, it is lust. So the next time, if you want to tell somebody, I love you, if you were really honest, you should say, I lust you. So what is lust and what is love? In the very next shloka, it is said, Atmendriya Priti Vancha Tare Balikama Krishnendriya Priti Icha Dare Prema Nama. Very clear cut definition. The desire to satisfy one's own senses is called lust. And the desire to satisfy the senses of the Supreme Lord Krishna is called love. So, Kama, lust, Prema, love. In one of the Puranas, there is this beautiful story of Raja Nahusha. So, King Nahusha was a very pious king. He was from the lunar dynasty Chandravamsha. Once, Indra, the king of the heavens, he killed Vritrasura. Now, Vritrasura, although he was a demon, he was a great devotee. And Indra, after killing him, he inflicted a lot of sins and he was relentlessly chased after by sin personified. And in order to escape, he entered a water body and he went and hid himself in the stem of a lotus flower. So while he was hiding himself, the affairs of the heaven, who will take care of them? Remember, 33 crore devatas, demigods, report to Lord Indra. So when everybody approached Lord Brahma and said, do something about it, Brahma gave them a suggestion that they could make King Nahusha, who was a very pious king, dharmic king, to make him an interim king of heavens for a temporary period of time. Now Raja Nahusha, the moment he assumed the position, and after he looked at Sachi Devi, who was the very beautiful wife of Indra, he thought, since I have taken the position of Indra, I should also be taking possession of Sachi Devi as my wife. And when he presented this idea to others, everybody were detested. They thought, what kind of a misbehavior is this? But Nahusha was so taken over by lust towards Sachi Devi that he insisted that on such and such a day he will approach her and she should be ready. And Sachi Devi clearly outright rejected his proposal. She was just trembling and she was praying, Rakshamam, Rakshamam, oh the Supreme Lord, please protect me, please protect me. And meanwhile, Nahusha had ordered all the Sapta Rishis, the seven important sages, to carry his palanquin in which he will be seated, that is King Nahusha, and they were to carry him to the palace of Shachi Devi. Now, what to do? Now, he's the king of heavens. They had to follow the orders. And while these Sapta Rishis were carrying him, so eager and impatient was King Nahusha, he was telling the saints, the Sapta Rishis, Sarpa, Sarpa, hurry up, hurry up. And at some point, Agastya Rishi lost it. He was so annoyed at this, he just dropped the palanquin. He came to Nahusha and said, I curse you that you become a Sarpa for the next 10,000 years. And that's what he became, a serpent for 10,000 years. Now imagine, from becoming the king of the heavens, even to get into heaven is so difficult, but he became the king of heavens. It takes 100 Ashwamedha Yajnas to become Indra. But here, all of a sudden, just like that, he was made the king. But look at, from that position, he fell and he became a serpent. Why? Because of the degrading potency of lust. So very, very important lesson. This is just one example, but in the Puranas and even in real life, we see so many examples where people get degraded because of the overpowering of lust. And then what happened? Nahusha's son Yayati succeeds him and takes over the reins, not of the heavens, but the other kingdom where Nahusha was ruling. Now, from Yayati also, there is a very, very important lesson related to lust that we can all learn. But that I'm going to share in the next part, that is part 3 of the Valentine's Day series. So please do come back. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Click the link below in the description to join Aradhana Online's official WhatsApp group to get access to more such motivational videos, inspirational quotes, and latest updates. Thank you.